Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, I have a book review for you. This is A Tea Witch's Crystal Brews by S.M. Harlow, Empowering the Magic of Tea with Crystal Grids. This is published by Weiser Books. Thank you so much to Weiser for sending this my way. It retails for $16.95 in the US, and of course everywhere that you can legitimately purchase this, I will link down in the description box below. So empower your magical teas with crystal grids. The author of the popular A Tea Witch's Grimoire takes tea magic to a new level as she brings you into the enchanting realm where the art of tea making intertwines with the power of crystal grids, creating a harmonious fusion of energies that will elevate your magical practice. Tea magic has a profound connection to nature, mindfulness, and spiritual transformation. Here, you'll learn how to select and prepare teas that align with your intentions, harnessing their unique properties to enhance your rituals with meditations. But the enchantment doesn't stop there. A Tea Witch's Crystal Brews unveils the captivating realm of crystal grids, where carefully selected gemstones are arranged in geometric patterns to amplify intention and manifest desires. Explore the world of crystals and unlock their hidden powers as you discover the intricate interplay between crystals and tea magic. Along with rituals and recipes in this book, you'll unravel the secrets of combining these two ancient practices, creating a synergy that enhances your spiritual journey. As you explore the symbiotic relationship between specific teas and corresponding crystals, you'll gain insight into sacred geometry behind crystal grids and learn how to design your own layouts that align with your intentions. A Tea Witch's Crystal Brews offers step-by-step instructions, enchanting rituals, recipes, meditations, and practical tips that allow you to infuse your daily life with the transformative energies of tea magic and crystal grids. And honestly, it's exactly what this says. This book is small but mighty. If you are interested in any of the subjects that was listed in the back here, this is for you. Even if you are just starting out, this is extremely beginner friendly and beautifully illustrated. I went into it with an open mind because I didn't read the first book that the author did. So I wasn't really sure what to expect, and I am pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's so beautifully illustrated, watercolory art. I loved it. Huge table of contents, and not only that, but we have appendixes in the back here. So there's information throughout the whole book, but we have herb correspondences with magical goals and intentions. And then we also have crystal correspondences for magical goals and intentions. So courage, divination, gossip to halt, like perfection here. And then we have Appendix C, which is herbs by elemental and energetic attributes. So earth, air, water, and then herb substitutions, and then Latin names of herbs. And then we have other resources that you can look into if you want to go further. And then an index of the spells, recipes, and rituals in this book. It was just really well thought out, and I appreciated the thought that went into doing all of this alone. This much information is valuable to have. But then inside this book, you will find breakdowns of all breakdowns in a comprehensive way that makes sense. So first you're going to start with the tea and the different types of tea, because if you didn't know, we have, I think, 5 different types. White tea, green, oolong, black, pu'er, and then it will tell you how to do the infusions, ways to select your herbs or your teas for specific purposes and intentions, preparation, intention setting. Then we have the information about crystals and the grids. So it goes by color. Then it also has the cleansing, charging, and programming of it. Gives you different recipes in here. The crystal cleansing essence spray, I've done something very similar, and it works really well. So that was wonderful to see. We have crystal charging essence spray, and then the different grid breakdowns. I loved this because as someone who loves crystals, I don't really do the grids. So breaking this down in a way that made sense to me was wonderful, because The crystal grids to me were very overwhelming, and I didn't really know exactly where I should start with it. And this was wonderful with breaking it down because it goes into everything you need to know. Focus stones, desire stone, directional stones, and then the sacred geometry with the different types of grids for different purposes. So for me, that was one thing that was overwhelming when I was trying to learn how to do the crystal grids. What type of grid should I choose? Which one, which way, what was the intention and the purpose? It just felt too overwhelming. This breaks it down in a way for me where I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do today. Or this makes sense. This is what I'm feeling today. And then with the synergy of using both the tea and the crystals was wonderful to see, matching your tea with the crystals. So then it will tell you what crystals go with what type of tea really well. So fantastic. I was just blown away with all of the information. And then how to create your own intentional tea blends. So you can go and get specific herbs for your tea. You don't need to go to, a big box store and get a specific tea bag. You can use your own intuition with selecting the herbs. And then we have designing and activating crystal grids. And then it gives you a breakdown of what the crystals shape and whether it is raw or a ball, what that does for your grid, as well as the energy it takes shape in. Okay, so for instance, the crystal ball emits energies equally all around their surface. These crystals make an ideal center stone for a grid that radiates intentions into the surrounding space. So there's that crystal ball. And then we have a raw. So here's a raw serpentine crystal. These rough chunks of natural crystals or stones work very well in grids for their natural energetic flow. These are ideal for any kind of healing, grounding, protection, or weather grids. So again, like just all of these different types and their breakdowns was fantastic. Just more information on how to get prepared and setting your intention, and then dismantling a grid, how to go about that. Preparing for a ritual. It's just so well done in their breakdowns. And then magical remedies in here. So that was great to see. And then we also have grids for specific celebrations, the lunar or the Esbat or elemental ceremonies. That's in here. And then we go to the crystal elixirs for magical intent. So making your own crystal infused elixir. I really enjoy the author's focus on safety because some people really don't know that certain crystals, or not all crystals, are water safe. Some crystals are toxic, especially if they get water on them. They create like a toxicity to humans or animals. So she provided two different methods for infusion here. The direct method, which is putting the crystal in the water directly, setting it out in the moon or the sun for a period of time, and there's more information there. Or there's the indirect method, which I really appreciated because it's smart and it's super safe, and it's probably the only way that I would do it because you don't technically need to like physically clean your crystals to do so. With the direct method, you need to make sure your crystals are clean of debris, clean, to ingest, right? So the indirect method is getting a jar that you put your crystals in. And then that jar goes into another bowl, a bigger, larger bowl that you put filtered or distilled water in. And then you can set it outdoors to infuse in the sun or the moon. And so with the tea, as well as, anything else that you're going to do here, you need to focus on safety when it comes to ingesting anything. So it may seem safe, like an herb might seem safe, but it might disrupt your medications if you're on it, or be careful if you're pregnant, that sort of a thing. So I love their attention to safety and making sure we are very aware of what we are putting in our bodies. So water safe crystals are here. Again, illustrated beautifully. And then it goes into the different recipes for the elixirs, different types. So these 11 crystal elixir recipes are designed for some of the most common everyday intentions. While I have found these recipes to be ideal for described outcomes, please bear in mind that they serve as a guide. Trust your intuition and mix and match for your own needs, desires, and preferences, always keeping your health front of mind. To ensure absolute safety, use the indirect method for all of these elixirs, especially if you are not certain about their water safety. So see, it's iterated time and again so that you are aware that this is safety first, right? And that you need to make sure that this is something to go along with what you are already doing in your health journey. So this is not a replacement for your medications. It's not a replacement for Western medicine at all. This is to enhance and help guide you in your healing journey. So we have different elixirs here: serenity, focus, vitality, healing, sleep, love, protection, intuition, creativity, wealth, and the seven sisters. Then we do have the tea blends for daily health. So again, combining all of these for daily afflictions that might occur, such as energy boosting, digestive, immune boosting, detox. So it's all here to help you. And again, just so much wonderful information. And I was overwhelmed with how easy it was to get through, how wonderfully crafted the book is. I mean, it even has a ribbon here to help with a bookmark. And for the price, I was really blown away that this much information was packed into such a tiny little book. So overwhelmingly, I approve of this. I think that this was well done, well intended. And if you are somebody who is wanting to dive deeper or even start their journey with crystals or with herbs, it doesn't necessarily have to be about drinking the tea, but the correspondences are still the same. If you are interested, this is a great jumping off point. And like I said earlier, there are resources in the back to help further your inquiries about herbs, tea, and crystals. So I am so excited about this. I'm going to try a magical elixir. Okay, so we're going to do the Protection Elixir, and the intention is for protection and grounding. We're going to need a black obsidian, red jasper, and smoky quartz, basil, rosemary, and cinnamon stick. This is my glass jar. I've got 3 that could be either onyx or obsidian, so we're just going to go with it. Smoky quartz, red jasper. Close it up. I have my bowl of filtered water that I'm just going to place the jar in. So I'm going to make this easy on myself and get a tea bag, a reusable tea bag, to put the cinnamon sticks in. I have fresh rosemary, so that's what I'm using. We're going to shove them in there. And then I have dried basil because that's all I have right now. My basil plant is growing, so we're going to dump that in there. I'm going to do about 3. We're going to do 3, make it even because everything else is 3. Seal it up, and then we're going to dunk it into the bowl here. And then for this one specifically, it says to put in a dark place or your altar, and so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let it sit on my altar because that is a dark space overnight, and then in the morning I will drink it. But this is a really safe way to do this type of elixir. Remember to always check with the appendix to see if that crystal that you're thinking about using is water safe. But if not, the energy in here will infuse into the water. That's really cool. Then you have the herbs that do the same thing. I'm just really stoked about this book. I think it is such a cool, neat book to have on hand. I would love to know if any of you own this, what your thoughts are, and if you have heard about it before. I know this is a fairly new release, so those of you who haven't heard about it yet, are you excited about it? Do you think that this is something that you would try or you would want in your collection? And those of you who do own it, have flipped through, have you used any of the recipes? Have you done any of the rituals? What are your thoughts? Please let me know all of them down in the comment section below. And if you've made it this far in the video, drop me a teacup emoji to let me know that you have. Thank you so much again to Weiser Books for sending this my way. I am so thrilled with it. I am so happy to have another little herb and crystal book. And thank you all for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.